All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving into a platform called Period Hub. It's designed to tackle a challenge that so many of us face in our crazy, busy lives, really understanding and managing our menstrual health. The whole idea is to help you sync your cycle so you can, better sync your entire life. So, to set the stage, just picture two totally different lifestyles. On one side, you've got that East Coast hustle. We're talking endless meetings, running on quick coffees, just nonstop energy. Then on the other, you've got that West Coast vibe. Think relaxed beach walks, a much calmer rhythm. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter which one you are. Managing your cycle, that brings its own set of challenges, no matter what your pace of life looks like. And that really gets to the core question for so many of us, right? I mean, whether you're fueled by a triple shot espresso or a calming cup of tea, how are you supposed to stay plugged into what your body needs when life is just constantly pulling you every which way? And this is what's being called the modern cycle challenge. It's this nonstop juggling act between your job, your personal wellness, and of course, your relationships. It's a lot. But here's what's really interesting. The problem goes way deeper than just marking dates on a calendar. The real challenge is a two-parter. First, it's about understanding your body's own unique patterns. And second, it's about figuring out how to communicate what you need to the people in your life and do it effectively.
So, what do you do about it? Well, this is where Period Hub enters the picture. The app is positioned as your very own personal period coach.
And this is its mission in a nutshell. Period Hub is a personal, evidence-based app, and it has two big goals: help you actually master your cycle and help you get way better at talking about it with your partner. Okay, so let's dig into that first goal, tracking your unique flow. This is all about going beyond just, noting down symptoms and moving towards a plan of action that's actually personalized for you. It all kicks off with symptom logging. The idea is super simple, but really powerful. You just quickly log how you're feeling, cramps, fatigue, mood changes, whatever, right on the go. The app then starts crunching that data to help you see the patterns and, this is the best part, avoid those nasty surprises that can totally throw off a packed day. And we've got a perfect example of this in action from a user named Emily. She's that East Coast hustle person we were talking about. She says, I log my symptoms on the go. No more surprises ruining my packed agenda. I mean, that just shows you the immediate real-world benefit of turning your own data into predictability.
But just logging stuff? That's only step one. Raw data isn't really the whole story. The real magic happens when the app analyzes that information to create personalized plans for you. We're talking customized advice, with diet tips, specific stress relief exercises, and other things tailored to your body and your lifestyle. And Emily drives this point home, explaining how the app adapts just for her. She says for her, it suggests quick stress relief breaks to tackle how my high-octane life messes with hormones. See? It's not just generic advice, it's a targeted solution for her specific life. So when you boil it all down, the process is beautifully simple. 1, you log your data, symptoms, moods, all that stuff. 2, the AI gets to work and finds patterns that are unique to you. And 3, you get your plan with actionable advice you can actually use. Okay, so you might be wondering, that's great, but what about irregular cycles? It's a super common question. If your cycle isn't like clockwork, can an app like this really help, especially when you're already swamped? And the answer is a big yes. The key thing to remember is that even in irregular cycles, there are usually some subtle patterns hiding in there. The app is actually designed to find them. And, just as important, it'll flag when it might be a good idea to chat with a specialist, which you can do right from the app. All right, let's switch gears and talk about that second huge piece of the puzzle, improving communication with your partner. This is all about building empathy and making those connections even stronger. Because let's be real for a second, these talks can be, well, awkward. The goal here is to give you tools that make them feel less like that, turning what could be a tense moment into a really productive, supportive conversation. So, what are these tools? Well, instead of struggling to find the right words, the app gives you actual conversation starters. It offers guides for those tricky but common situations, and it even lets you share some of your tracking insights so your partner can actually get what's going on and offer support that helps. And what does all this lead to? This quote really nails it. By creating a shared language and a shared understanding, the app helps turn potential conflicts into team efforts, no matter the coast. It's all about getting you both on the same team.
But even with all the best tools in the world, just starting the conversation can feel like the hardest part, right? So another really common question is just how do you kick things off without that cringy, awkward feeling?
And the advice here is so simple and so practical. Just start small. You don't need to plan some big, serious talk. You can just ease into it. The app suggests using simple I statements like, hey, I feel a little off today because of my cycle. It's a super low pressure way to just open the door to talking about it. Okay, last but definitely not least, let's talk about trust. Because in a world that is just flooded with wellness fads, how do you know the info you're getting is actually reliable? This is all about getting expert advice that you can trust, not just something that's trendy this week. And this quote right here, it gets straight to the point. The app's whole value is built on its credibility. The reason it feels trustworthy is because it is built on a foundation of real medical experts and actual scientific evidence. And they're not just saying that. Here's the proof. The content comes from certified professionals, not just random blogs. You get access to evidence-based articles on things like nutrition and exercise. You can even have virtual consultations with gynecologists. And, this is huge, the app puts a massive emphasis on top-notch data privacy, making sure your information is safe and secure. So that brings us to the final question, really, for you to think about. Are you ready to flip the script and turn cycle management from something that feels like a monthly chore into a powerful tool for empowerment and connection? It's a pretty compelling idea. That's all for this explainer. Thanks so much for watching.